Hello everyone. How you doing? Hope you enjoyed the last video. So this one is about magic. A lot of people spell magic differently, um, which really doesn't matter, but I spell it Magick. You can also spell it with just a C, or with a Y, or with whatever you want, because it doesn't really matter. Now a lot of people are going to be hitting their heartstrings on this, because a lot of people don't think that magic is real, and it is real. It's just not exactly what you think it is. So, um, the best example of real magic versus make-believe magic, or not even make-believe, fictional magic, um, is the Harry Potter versus Lord of the Rings perspective. So, in Harry Potter, there are wizards. There are people who are innately born with these magical powers, who are capable of doing incredible things, just as long as they have a wand or they can speak or whatever. They all are born with this power. In Lord of the Rings, there are wizards who are angelic beings or spiritual beings wrapped up in human form. And because they are spiritual beings, they're capable of great spiritual power. Um, so they can, like as Gandalf does in um, the first book of Lord of the Rings, snaps a bridge in half just by putting a staff down. Sounds vaguely dirty. Um, Lord of the Rings really has it more correct than Harry Potter. One sec. So, while there are beings who are born with real power, those people are what we refer to as psychics or the gifted or star children. Um, those are people who are given gifts by the creator or by spiritual beings, whatever you want to believe in. Because it honestly doesn't matter beyond that. Those are people who have spiritual powers. Like some people can see the future, some people can see spirits all the time. Um, some people are capable of moving objects with their mind, or even like causing storms to happen. Some of these people is a result of genetic interference by a spirit. Lots of things happen. It's crazier than you'd think, or less crazy than you think, actually. Um, But so magic, in its truest sense, is more like the Lord of the Rings example. So there are spiritual beings who have incredible spiritual power. Um, and these beings can be petitioned, contacted. They're not necessarily bound up in human flesh. Ew. Um, they're very powerful. There's also power in a human. And what I think Wikipedia describes magic as is combining personal power with divine power to achieve change in the world. And this is sort of accurate. But you can also use magic to achieve change outside of the world. And it is a combination of personal with divine, but it's not necessarily like that. So let me give you an example of magic, okay? And if you want more understanding of magic, I'd really recommend picking up a copy of the Key of Solomon, not the Lesser Key of Solomon, just the Key of Solomon, because that really helps you understand more about this. But, okay. So, I always wear this pendant. It's a Thor's hammer. So in Old Norway, what they would do, and Germanic areas, is you would have talismans, and these talismans have things written on them, and it's seeking petition from a particular entity to bring about a desired effect. So you can have, again, in Germanic regions, they would often inscribe their swords with this runic symbol. It looks like that. And that's Tyr's symbol, and Tyr is a god of war. Invoking the power of that rune invokes that spirit directly, and therefore lends its power to whatever you're invoking it towards. This doesn't always work, but the point of magic is to draw down some divine power or draw down literally the presence of a divine being to enact change. Now, as I've told you before, spirits are kind of like beings in the background, okay? So magic is kind of not necessarily reprogramming them, but forcing them to do something that is contrary, usually contrary to their active nature. So this can be bad and it can be good. It's corruptive innately, but you can use it for good things. But the corruptive part is really the difficult part to understand. So, um, and I hate using this example, and I really hate saying this, but there is high magic and then there's low magic. So in high magic, what you're really dealing with, there's also gray magic too, which I'll get to in a sec. Um, with high magic, you are contacting powerful divine beings, whether it be the creator, whether it be um, the archangels, whether it be tons of things. You're asking for their help. Um, when I know a healer, what she does when she's healing people, she asks for the aid of the archangel Raphael. He lends her some of his power, and it channels through her, and she is almost like his tool on Earth. And that's actually what a lot of magic is just combining your physical body with another, well, not with another physical body, with another being, using its power through you. But the really important thing to understand there is that the whole process is energetic. It's literally just almost just as we understand it in physics. This being is an incredible energetic source. You are contacting that spirit. Its energy is passing through you as the conduit or as the oh God, what's the word? Conductor of that energy, and you, as the conductor, are also changing it slightly, giving it almost like a flavor of your own, almost like you're dyeing it, or like you're a tea leaf, like you're changing the way the energy works. And through you, it's almost like a prism. The light is coming in, and then it's changing. Um, and that's sort of like a good example of how human magic works. We're taking something that is innately spiritual and altering it for our own purposes. Um, this isn't always the case because in the case of like asking, which is another common thing throughout the world, asking for a specific spirit to alter the weather, what you're doing is you're contacting that spirit and saying, hey, change this, or I'll do something, which we do have. That's a pretty good bargaining chip sometimes. That being then does what you ask. And again, it's innately corruptive, and it's really not the best. But that's just another example of magic. So high magic, contacting divine spirits, using them for generally good things. This is often how blessing works. So like if a priest bless holy water, or even you do, you're contacting the spirit literally of the creator and channeling his energy through you into whatever object you're working with. Now in low magic, something different is going on. Low magic and I don't like using this word, but witchcraft is really the best way to describe it. Not saying that witches are bad people, but if you are contacting a spirit that is corrupt or that is negative, like a demon or a fallen thing, that will destroy you. Not necessarily going to destroy you, like throw a brick at your head or something, like corrupt you powerfully. Um, corrupted beings, corrupted spiritual beings, that becomes everything to them. That's what they are. It has changed them so much that they are just gone. Like it's just it's scary. And while they still have a lot of their previously great power, and some of them that is incredible amounts of power, they will innately destroy. And as a hunter, I deal with a lot of witchcraft, a lot of contacting of negative energies, a lot of negative spirits who are trying to destroy everything that is good in this world. And for some people, they get into it thinking, oh, it's cool, I don't believe in God, but I do believe in the devil, or whatever. And I get that. I had that phase too. We've all been there. Um, it's not a good thing. Magic really isn't a good thing to begin with, but it's something you can use it to contact spirits. You can use it to talk to loved ones, dead loved ones. You can use it to talk to people who are still alive. It's an incredibly powerful force. I think it's innately tied to the creator. I think it's something that fills us all. I think it's magic is, almost without words to describe it. But using it to contact evil evil things and having them carry out your will destroy you on the inside. Um, and I'm not going to teach you how to do magic, personally because I'm not that good at it, and second because I think that if you really want to learn how to do magic, you're going to find out on your own. Um, but I'm telling you this right now, as a hunter, nothing makes me more sad than to see somebody start to abuse magic or start to use dark rituals and dark spells because it destroys you. Um, it becomes like an addiction. Like you have to do these things, and especially with the dark, it really does corrupt you. It like changes who you are. For a lot of people, it actually changes their physical appearance. Like if you use a lot of dark magic, your hair will start to become white. Your skin gets pale. Your eyes start to get this like amber hue to them, and it's not cool. It's scary. You look sickly. You look like you're on death's door. And that's the other thing too, is that when you die, your soul is just so deformed from all this, you run the chance of becoming an evil spirit yourself. And I guess it may sound cool to some people, but the way I think of corruption is like tar. Once it stains something, it's really hard to get it out, and it'll be sticky, and I don't want to look like some sticky old ghost after I'm dead. That's hell. And literally that's what it is. You're contacting hell. In a lot of cases, magic is used to um, well, okay. There are places, I've talked about this before, that are closer to other dimensions than others. Um, and these places often generate a lot of energy themselves. And as these beings are capable of channeling those energies in different ways, um, so magic is stronger in some locations, but it also, those locations aren't necessarily every good thing. Those can be bad locations, those can be good locations. It's really all about the flavor of the location, I guess. So I hope you guys like that. If you really want to know more about magic, because it is a fascinating topic, just email me. I'll send you um, another video. I can send you book recommendations, but just please know that it is not necessarily a good thing. Blessing is wonderful. Healing, even though it can get a little bit messy, is a wonderful thing. Even, calling on help, just praying is really the most powerful magic that I think we have. Um, and yeah, just try not to do anything that'll hurt you or anybody else. Um, as a hunter, we use magic to do certain things. Like we can use magic to enhance our understanding of, or enhance our vision, I guess, of the spirit world, just to like help us draw an entity out. Or we can use magic to on our weapons to make them harmful to spirits. But again, it's not necessarily a good thing. We have to do it sometimes, but we don't always have to do it. Another thing that we do is you can use magic to actually close up some of those dimensional portals, but that's not important. So yeah, just rate, comment, subscribe, guys. Ask me all the questions you want. I find magic to be a very fascinating topic. It runs off physics a lot more than you think. So yeah. Alright guys, happy hunting.